Hey, y'all, it's time for the news break from thefishingwire.com, where we bring you the biggest stories from the business of fishing and keep you ahead of the trends and the doc talk on gear. And we've got a good one for you today. First up, Rapala lets Canada and Europe fall in love first. And now they're finally bringing the jerk to the U.S. The real question is $6.99 a steal for a bait that might outlast everything else in your boat? Then Savage Gear says subtle is overrated. The brand new sucker prop is 9 inches of surface chaos, built to call up the kind of fish that make your knees shake. We'll tell you what makes this one different from every other loud topwater out there. After that, the guys at Beatdown Outdoors are back at it. This time, they're protecting your outboard and your wallet with a transom saver designed for today's big horsepower motors. If you trailer your boat, you're going to want to see this. And finally, Whitewater heard you. Love the Beacon hoodie, hate stacking hoods under rain gear? Problem solved. The new Beacon quarter zip might be the layering piece you didn't know you needed. So grab your coffee, check your drag, let's get after it. Here we go. Rapala just did something very smart. They let Canada and Europe fall in love first. And after months of buzz and a whole lot of distributors asking, when do we get it? The jerk has officially landed in the United States. Now, on the surface, this looks like a fluke-style soft plastic, split tail, slender body, twitch it, snap it, let it dart. But if that's all you see, you might be missing the real story. This bait is built with TPE material, and that's important. TPE stands for thermoplastic elastomer. In plain English, it's a stretchy, rubber-like material that snaps back instead of tearing apart. So when a fish chomps down or you pull it through grass, it's designed to stretch, flex, and keep fishing instead of ripping in half after a good bite. That means fewer bait changes, fewer interruptions, and more casts. And let's talk price for a second. The MSRP on this jerk is $6.99. In today's soft plastic market, that sits right in the premium lane, not bargain bin cheap, but not pushing $10 either. And when you factor in durability, it could actually cost you less per fish. Now, here's the part most anglers won't immediately notice. It floats. That TPE construction combined with its salt balance gives it lift. So instead of just dart and fall like traditional plastisol flukes, this bait has hang time. It glides, it hovers, it stays in the strike zone just a little longer. And that subtle difference, that's what triggers fish that are following but not committing. Snap jig it for walleyes, drop shot it for smallmouth, fish it around grass for largemouth, even take it inshore for trout and reds. That slightly wider profile gives it more glide than most baits in this category. But zoom out for a second. The bigger story is strategic. Rapala didn't rush this into the U.S. They tested it overseas. It performed. Demand built organically. Then they expanded distribution. That tells me this wasn't hype-driven. It was performance-driven. So is $6.99 a good price? If it fishes the way it did north of the border and lasts the way TPE promises, then yes, quite confidently, yes. And I have a feeling this spring, when you're going to see a whole lot of the jerk tied on at boat ramps across America, you'll remember this segment. Musky anglers, listen up. Savage Gear just dropped something worth your attention. The sucker prop is a 9-inch topwater bait built from a 3D scan of an actual suckerfish, not a generic bait fish, a real sucker. And in musky country, that specificity matters because suckers aren't just forage. They're the forage for true giants. The rear prop throws water and vibration, but the secret weapon is the squealing, grinding rivet that adds a high-pitched squeal on top of all that surface chaos. Splash, vibration, and squeal. Layered sound that doesn't just call fish in, it irritates them into biting. There's also a scented soft-tailed tickler designed to convert followers into strikers. And if you've ever watched a 50-inch fish follow your bait and just stare at you or give up, you know why that matters. Triple strength hooks, foam-filled ABS body, tough enough for boat-side chaos, 8 realistic colors, and a customizable prop you can tune on the water, all for $34.99. This isn't just another prop bait. It's biologically dialed in, acoustically aggressive, and built for anglers who fish for giants. Okay, y'all, I love people in the fishing business like the guys at Beatdown Outdoors. They're not flashy. They're not trying to reinvent fishing. They just look at the stuff that drives anglers crazy and they fix it. If you trailer your boat, especially with today's big horsepower motors, you already know the anxiety. You hit one pothole and suddenly you're staring in the mirror wondering how much that bounce just cost you. Well, Beatdown Outdoors says they've got a solution. They've just launched their brand new Transom Saver, built specifically for modern outboards with dual trim rams, and it's designed to eliminate that engine bounce, vibration, and stress that quietly beats up your transom mile after mile. Take a look at this.
A brand new product from Beatdown Outdoors is a new Transom Saver. This is a Transom Saver that's engineered just like all Beatdown products. It is stout and rugged and made to take some abuse. You know, it's going to be a Transom Saver that's going to fit any dual trim ram type setup off of your trim pump motor, to where it's just as easy as take that off, slide it on there, and then trim your motor down. It's not going to take any tools, doesn't take much to do anything. It's just a nice, slick, innovative product from Beatdown, to where when you do get to the lake and you want to take it off, simply trim your motor up and then throw it in a compartment and forget about it until you get home. But it's made for abuse just like all the Beatdown products, so check them out.
If you've ever put on a hoodie and then pulled your rain jacket over it and suddenly felt like you had 3 hoods stacked up behind your neck like a cobra about to strike, this one's for you. Whitewater built a serious following with their Beacon technical hoodie last year. Anglers love the warmth, the stretch, and the comfort. But there was one consistent ask: can we get the same performance without the hood? Well, they listened. Here's a look at the new Beacon quarter zip shirt.
What's going on, guys? This is Tyler with Whitewater Fishing. Today we're going to talk about the new Beacon quarter zip. That's going to be kind of a sister part to the Beacon hoodie. You're going to be able to layer underneath. There's not going to be a hood, so it's going to be a lot more comfortable underneath your jacket or whatever you're wearing. You're going to have a pocket here that's going to go underneath. It's going to be invisible. Be able to put your phone, your wallet, your keys, stuff like that inside. You have the Leica, which is going to be around the wrists, so that way it doesn't go over your hands. It's also going to come with, since it's quarter zip, you'll be able to dump heat and cool off if it gets too hot. It's going to be a great piece to wear in the springtime on the lake. It's also going to be a great piece to go out to dinner with. It's very casual wear, super, super comfortable. Really excited about this piece.
Okay, this is one of those why didn't we do this sooner pieces. It's the same mid-weight Beacon fabric, soft, stretchy, fleece-lined inside, but now it layers clean under rain gear. No stacked hoods, no bunching up. And that quarter zip matters more than people think. You can dump heat fast when the sun pops out, then zip it back up when the wind kicks up. It's got UPF 50 plus a fleece interior for warmth, and that chest pocket you can still reach even when you're wearing bibs. This is that in-between layer we all reach for. Cool morning blast off, long runs across the lake, dockside dinner afterwards. It's practical, it's comfortable, and at $79.99, it sits right in that serious performance range without getting crazy. Sometimes the best products don't reinvent anything. They just fix the little stuff that makes a long day better. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for this time. From a soft plastic that made us wait our turn to staying comfortable while you chase the next bite, the fishing world never slows down, and neither do we. Make sure you visit thefishingwire.com and sign up for our newsletter so you don't miss a single launch, upgrade, or game changer hitting the water, because we bring you the biggest stories from the fishing business every day of the week.